Today, the focus is on life cycles. I'm sure you have learned it before. Okay, I think most schools would have done it in the first half of P4. Okay, second half of P4, usually I think you will be doing things like second half of P4 will probably be about light and heat. Okay, mostly light and heat. And then what else? Maybe matter. Okay, so I assume that all of you have gone through cycles before in school. Any one of you have not done cycles in school before? No, everybody has done it, right? Okay, so it's not something new to you. So I will not spend so much time going through all the nitty-gritty details again. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just go straight into revision mode. Okay, generally, okay, we will need to know the life cycle of a plant. Okay, so when we say life cycle of a plant, we're talking about like from the different stages. From seed, okay, if you look at the seed, it will need air, water, and warmth, right? So highlighter, three things: air, water, and warmth. Basically, we always call it the wow factor: water, oxygen, and warmth. Wow. Okay, the roots will grow up first, and then the shoots will come up. Roots first, then shoots. Okay, so what do we mean by roots first, then shoots? Basically, there's a seed. The roots will come out first, then the shoot. Okay, so the roots will be the one that emerges out first, then the shoots. Okay, then after that, they will also get their food from seed leaves. Okay, so seed leaves are the ones that provides it with the nutrients before they grow out real leaves. Yeah, so it becomes lighter in mass and eventually it will drop onto the ground. Okay, then the next one, next stage of the plant life cycle would be the young plant. So young plant, when do we consider it as young plant? It's when the first true leaves, okay, the first leaves actually develop. So when the first true leaves develop, it means that it can make its own food now. Okay, seed leaves will continue to provide food for the young plant until it can make sufficient food for itself. Then, of course, the last stage for primary school science, you just need to know that there are three stages: seed, young plant, and adult plant. Okay, the adult plant will then be able to develop flowers. So all these flowers will help it to have the ability to reproduce. Okay, because when it has flowers and it's pollinated, okay, you will learn more about reproduction in plants in primary 5, right? When it's able to develop into flowers, it will develop into fruits with seeds. That's when the seeds get dispersed. And then the seeds will grow into a new plant. So it's a cycle. Okay, so when the seeds are scattered, the seeds are planted to the ground, it receives enough nutrients and all, it will germinate. And then it will grow into new plants. So that's the life cycle of a plant. Okay, so that's the recap. Now, next thing to know is the stages, the life cycle of animals, right? Animals generally, I think what you know is 2 stage, 3 stage, and 4 stages. So when we come to 3 stage life cycle, generally the stages are egg, young, and adult. Okay, the 2 main animals we need to know are your chicken and frog. Okay, chicken is on land, frog lives in water. Chicken has a hard shell, frog has a jelly-like substance. Okay, hard shell because it protects the egg from drying out, prevents drying out, protects the growing animal inside. Okay, now the chicken, the young, looks like the adult, but for the frog, it does not look like the adult. Lives on land, in water. The chicken breathes through lungs. Generally, birds breathe through lungs, but the young of a frog, which is a tadpole, breathes through its gills. Okay. Of course, when it's a young animal, it will not be able to reproduce, cannot reproduce, has a tail. Okay. Now, the adult plant lives on land, able to reproduce. whereas the adult frog lives on land and in water. Okay, the chicken is able to reproduce, of course. When it's an adult stage, it will be able to reproduce. Same thing for the adult chicken, it also breathes through lungs, just like the young chick. But for the frog, as it becomes an adult, it actually does not breathe through gills anymore. It breathes through moist skin and lungs. Okay. So these are some examples. Some more examples. Just now was animals. The two animals. Generally, we're referring to amphibians and birds. Now, for insects, you also need to know some examples, particularly the grasshopper and the cockroach. Okay, grasshopper and cockroach both also have 3 stages. Now, the name of the stage will be the egg, the nymph, and the adult. Oh, 2 people are joining us. Hold on. Siron and Becky. Let me see. Let me just take attendance. Okay, I have a Becky here. Becky is present, huh? Okay, can I just check whether Siron, are you Clarice or Gerald? Because I don't have your name here. I only have 2 absentees. Are you Clarice? Siron, you might just want to type in the chat, okay? Let me know your real name, yeah? Because I do need to take attendance. So currently I only have 2 absentees, Clarice and Gerald. So do let me know who are you? Okay, now let's continue. So in terms of insects, 3-stage life cycles are your cockroach and your grasshopper, right? So cockroach are like, they are laid in an egg case. Grasshopper is in soil. The nymph, the young of the cockroach as well as the grasshopper is called a nymph, okay? So in this case, the nymph, as long as it's an insect, it will molt. For both the cockroach and the grasshopper, they will molt. Molt means the shedding of their skin. The old skin will go away and then they will grow new skin. Okay. Does not have wings for the nymph for both cockroach and grasshopper, but the moment they turn into an adult, both of them will have wings and they both can fly. Okay. And they are also able to reproduce. Right? Okay, so these are the common insects which you need to know in terms of 3-stage. Now we're going to move on to 4-stage life cycles. As you can see, okay, the common ones will be your butterfly, your mosquito, as well as your beetle. In this case, it's a ladybug beetle. Okay, sometimes you'll be tested on mealworm beetle as well, but it's actually quite similar, the stages. Okay. Are you able to see the butterfly flying just now? I'm just curious. Can you see the butterfly flying? Ah, that's nice. Because I was trying to add in some animations. Okay, now egg. So in terms of 4-stage life cycle, the 4 stages are your egg, larva, pupa, and adult. Okay, so how do I get students to remember? Remember that it goes according to alphabetical order. Egg is letter A, then you go to egg, right? So A, B, C, D, E, then F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. So the cycle, actually, the first letter of the words actually starts. Actually, they go in alphabetical order. So it helps you remember. Because some students get mixed up. They don't know larva or pupa first. Okay, so larva comes first, then your pupa. All right. So the butterfly is laid on land, the beetle is laid on land, but the mosquito lays its eggs in water. Okay, I think this one you're quite familiar. Breathing, they breathe through spiracles, breathe through breathing tubes, breathe through breathing tubes. Okay, does not have wings, does not have wings, does not have wings. As usual, okay, as long as it's an insect, it will molt. So they will molt a lot. They feed and molt a lot. Okay. Now, next one, the pupa does not look like the adult, right? Does not look like the adult. The mosquito lives in water. Okay, does not feed, does not feed, does not feed, does not move from place to place. All of them. Because at the pupa stage, they are actually trying to sort of like hibernate and gain energy so to undergo metamorphosis. Okay, it will then become like an adult after that. Okay, so it's the same actually. They are very similar. Okay, then of course when it's an adult, it will be able to reproduce. I think that's the key thing. Yeah. Okay, now let's take a look at the questions. Okay, same thing. We have, I think, a total of 20 questions. We will do 10. We will do 10 first. Then after that, we will go through. We will probably see if we have time. If we have time, we can have a small game. Okay, if not, then maybe we'll watch a video or something. Okay, now first question. City planted. Hey, wait, someone typed in the chat, is it? Chloe. Chloe sent me something. Oh, you sent me a butterfly. That's so pretty. Yeah, another butterfly that can flap its wings. Okay. Now, Saron, I think you have not told me your real name. Can you please just indicate your real name? Thank you. Catherine says the answer is C for the first question. Yes, that's right. Very good. I think just now it was mentioned in the life cycle of plants that the roots come out first, then the shoot. Okay, so answer is C. Okay, now next question. The diagrams show the different stages in the life cycle of a plant. Which of the following statements about the plant is correct? Is or are correct? Chloe, is your answer C for this or is it for the previous question? Previous, okay. So it requires warmth at stage P. Stage P, it is considered a young plant. This one, as long as it has true leaves, is considered an adult plant. Okay, so does it need warmth at the young plant stage? It actually does not need warmth. Okay, the reason why it does not need warmth is because it's no longer undergoing germination. When it germinates, okay, when it's still a seed, okay, then it needs warmth. But for stage P, it doesn't. Okay, so I guess you already have your answer. Right? It needs sunlight to make food at both P and Q. This is wrong because at stage P, it still does not have true leaves. So no true leaves. So because it does not have true leaves, it doesn't need sunlight to make food. It cannot make food. It will only depend on its seed leaves. So it depends on seed leaves to provide it with energy. Okay? So this is also wrong. So the only answer is C. It takes in water through its roots, yes, because both of them have already developed roots and both of them are able to take in water through the roots. Any questions? No? Everybody's okay? All right. Now, next one. Kenneth planted a seed in some wet soil and placed it inside a cupboard. A few days later, he discovered that the seed grew as shown. So which of the following about the seed is correct? Anyone? Yes, Ivan.
I think it's C.
Not really. Actually, there's no food in the wet soil. No food in the wet. So Yan Kai says is D. Yes. Good try though, Ivan.